Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What I want to talk about today are layers of food storage that I think we all need, okay? So when it comes to food storage, I'm not a snob, okay? I don't think any of us should be snobs, although we do have our preferences, right? So when it comes to food storage, you have canned soup, canned tuna, box of mac and cheese, right? Great. Yay, go me. But that's better than nothing, right? There's nothing wrong with lots of grocery store food in our emergency pantries, but it's only one layer though. And I like to have like 3 different layers. So we have variety, versatility. So here's my 3 layers of food storage. Layer 1, grocery store food. We all have that, right? Stock up on regular food from the grocery store. It's familiar, it's easy to buy. It can be really frugal. Canned tuna, canned chicken, soup, canned veg, fruit, canned milk, or powdered milk. I like powdered milk myself. It's already packaged in a way to stay safe over months or a couple of years. Things like canned stew, chili, and raviolis. They're really quick meals, like Chef Boyardee. They're the kid stuff that they eat, right? It's ready to eat right out of the can, right? So here's layer 2. Individual ingredients. This is where I stock up about 50-60% of my total food storage, because this layer allows you to make hundreds of different foods. No food fatigue, right? Now this layer includes the basics, like I always say, getting back to basics in the kitchen. You got your flour, you got your sugar, you got your salt, you got your spices, your seasonings. Now this also includes like cornmeal, oatmeal, freeze-dried foods of all kinds, bouillon mixes, instant milk, powdered butter, so on, so on, so on, so on. I love freeze-dried foods, right? Because it tastes fresh and it doesn't lose its nutrients or its flavor. I've invested in some of it, not a lot, but some of it, okay? Now think about simple recipes that you can make. And check to see if all the ingredients are shelf stable. No need to be refrigerated. And then stock up on those ingredients, okay? Now, my 3rd layer is just add water, freeze-dried meals, okay? Now, this layer should take up about, say, 10-15% of your total. These meals are perfect for something that only needs like 10 minutes or so to prepare. They're lightweight, that even a child could carry a bucket or a bin holding dozens of meals. A lot of people focus on this layer because so many companies market it as survival food, right? Augason Farms. I love Augason Farms. I buy from them a lot. But it's like meal in a pouch that won't contain calories that everyone needs, right? I do Augason Farms. I don't do Mountain House or anything like that. I stick with Augason Farms. Now, you can't do a whole lot to improve the flavor if it's something that you don't like. That's the thing. If it's bland, it's bland. There's not a whole lot of salt and pepper that you can put in that to make it taste good, It can be really expensive if you have some big eaters in the family, especially if your 9-year-old grandson is going through a growth spurt like mine is right now. But still, a lightweight meal that only requires some boiled water is super handy, and it has place. It has its place in any food storage pantry. So there's also another layer that I don't really consider a layer. Some might call it a layer, but I don't know. I like to call it luxury food. So these are foods that, just make my world a happier place, I guess you could say. And one of them is cheese. I'm sorry, I can't live without cheese. I was buying, the staples, canned tuna, canned chicken, canned this, canned that, stocking up on rice, cornmeal, pasta. I thought, when an apocalypse comes, there's no more cheese for my tacos, no more enchiladas, no more pizza. I gotta have pizza. I'm Italian. Kill me now. I got. And then I discovered freeze-dried cheese, right? It's kind of in my layer, but not everybody would consider this a necessity. But for Italians, it's a necessity. Oh, happy day. Right? It melts just like fresh cheese. And you can store it at room temperature, which is nice. You can measure out only what you need or will use in the next few days, so you don't end up with old moldy cheese. It really is wonderful. And over the years, I've stocked up like on cheddar, Parmesan, okay, mozzarella, Monterey Jack. I just love it, okay? And it's on the expensive side, but you know that some things you just can't go without cheese on, you know what I mean? So I usually wait till it's on sale. And it's just one of those things, like that you stock up on because it's one of those luxury things like chocolate. Okay, well, chocolate and cheese is my luxury go-tos. Like, I gotta have it. Okay. So if you buy freeze-dried food and you are a cheese lover like I am, I would highly suggest buying, cheese. So if you don't do freeze-dried cheese, how do you include cheese in your emergency food storage? Just a question. So I hope that this layer video was helpful to you. No need to feel like you won't survive if you don't have like this grocery store, like this layer thing that I go by. Not everyone wants to spend money on freeze-dried food, and I get that. It's expensive, survival food. But to be honest, it was my community members that got me on the freeze-dried and Augason Farms food. My things that I stock up on primarily through Augason Farms is the black bean burger, onions, bell pepper, ches, I gotta have my ches, and there's, what's the other thing? I think that's it, honestly. Yeah, the cheese, the bell pepper, onion, and the black bean burger, because the black bean burger mix is versatile. You can make, hamburgers out of it. You can use it in like a hamburger helper. You can use it to, replace ground beef and stuff like that. And it is just amazing. We did try it, and wow, is it just delish. It really, truly is. So I would, put that in your emergency pantries. I really, truly would. So do what you can right now where you are and with what you have. You know what I mean? And, but I would seriously, consider that. Okay. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. Okay. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless.